Hey guys, what's up? It's Ashlyn here. Okay, so this is a different angle. I apologize, but behind me there's a stack of books that we're unhauling. Are you guys ready for this? We finally made it through the bookshelves. So let's see how many books we're actually going to be unhauling today. Count with me as I go along, okay? And if I unhaul a book that you guys like, let me know. Maybe I'll send it to you. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so proud of myself. Look at all these books I'm unhauling. Look at that. Can you believe it? Alright. So, the first book I'm going to grab is this one. And this is How to Catch a Killer, Hunting and Capturing the World's Most Notorious Serial Killers by Katherine Ramsland, PhD. It's Profiles in Crime. It just doesn't spark my interest. There's too much. First of all, the font is just too small. Second of all, I have a book with the Golden State Killer in it and all the information on it that was way more interesting than this one, to say the least. The one I has all of this in it already. The story, what happened, who did it, what did it, all of that. So that is the first book we're unhauling. Alright. Next I have I Am Not a Serial Killer by Dan Wells. Again, just something that didn't interest me. The title grabbed me, but it's just so dry. It's not interesting at all. I don't know why, but it's not. Next I have The Future Won't Be Long by Jarrett Kobek. No idea what this is about. Kind of seems like a cliche situation. Read it way too many times, just done with it. Whoops. Then I have My True Love Gave to Me, 12 Holiday Stories, edited by Stephanie Perkins. I only liked Holly Black's in it. I didn't like anybody else's story, so why would I keep it just for one person? Next I have Wendy Wax, One Good Thing. This is just way too religious for me. I'm not a religious person to that extent, and that just feels like they're just pushing religion on you because it's got, like, in the book, it's got scripture. So, next I have Beautiful Lies by Lisa Unger. This kills me to get rid of Lisa Unger. However, I have to do it. Just, again, storyline just so dry. First chapter did not grab my attention in the least. Next I have Amber to Ashes by Gail McHugh, part 1 in the Torn Heart series. Not interested. It's got a lot of domestic violence in it. I'm not here for that. Next I have Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I'm not sure. I watched the movie. The movie was alright. The book just didn't keep my attention. Next I have Hexed, The Sisters of Witchdown by Michael Allen Nelson. Just, again, a cliche. Story's been done before. Just need something fresh, and it didn't feel very fresh. Next I have The In-Between by Barbara Stewart. I read this already. It just didn't grab my attention, so it's going. Pieces of Me by Darlene Ryan. It starts out with a father. Yeah, I'm not going to say the rest. A father and a daughter, let's put it that way, in an inappropriate situation. I was not going to read the rest of it. I don't desire it at all. It disgusted me. And that was just the first chapter. Sleeper by Mackenzie Cadenhead. Her Dreams Are Your Nightmares. There was nothing nightmarish about it. More like a thriller suspense, but not horror like I was hoping for when I saw Nightmare. Does This Beach Make Me Look Fat? True Stories and Confessions by Lisa Scottoline and Francesca Saratella. Don't care for it. It talks about weight first and foremost, as in, like, being over a size 5 is, like, fat. And I'm not here for that. I sit here at a size 15 and I'm not fat. Next I have Graveyard Bay by Thomas Keyes, a Geneva chase mystery. I got this in a mystery box, and I just don't care for it. Next, I have Lucy Keating's Literally a Book about falling in love. I'm not one for romance. Don't care for it. Don't like reading about it, honestly. Unless it's got some type of, like, death in it or something, but this one did not. Next, Columbo, The Game Show Killer by William Harrington. It sounded interesting, but I don't like the fonts of it. It's just really weird. It's like back and forth and not like in a clean way. It's very all over the place. Like it should not have gone through editing and been approved. After Party by Anne Reddish Stampler, author of Where It Began. It started out with date rape. I'm good. The Greatest Zombie Movie Ever by Jeff Strand. It was way too YA for me. I couldn't do it. Way too YA. Kind is a New Classy by Candace Cameron Bure, who is DJ Tanner on Full House and Fuller House. I read it. I liked it. But I don't feel it's necessary to go on my shelf. She wasn't my favorite actress, so we'll give it to somebody else to enjoy. Who knows? We might drop some of these off if no one wants them. Probably drop some of them off in our free libraries around town. Jackie Collins' Poor Little Bitch Girl. I've already read it. It's alright. It's not a book to go back a second time and read. It's very short and it's kind of dry at the beginning. So with that being said, I am good, although I am considering giving it one more shot because I love having a title that says Poor Little Bitch Girl. And I would put it like right there front and center on my bookshelves. So for aesthetic purposes, I might keep it. Next is Miss March by Virginia Fito. This is the most boring thing I have ever read in my life. I thought, oh, it's called Miss March, and she wears gloves, and she's supposed to kill people. It doesn't do any justice whatsoever, in my personal opinion. Next is Alice Feeney, His and Hers. It goes back and forth, and the guy is literally like, poor me, I'm the victim, when in all actuality, the woman's the victim. I hate that whole, I'm the victim, trying to victimize yourself in a situation that you caused. I know somebody like that. I tell her all the time, quit playing the victim. 1,000 Beginnings and Endings by Ellen O. or edited by Ellen O. and Elsie Chapman. I don't care for the stories, the short stories that are in it. Doesn't really inspire me for anything. And I only know Melissa De La Cruz and Renee Audier and Alyssa Wong out of all of the tales in this. So, not interested. Then I have another Jeff Strand. I am so sorry, Jeff Strand. If you ever actually see this video, I apologize. Your books are great and all, but they're not for my age. Stranger Things Have Happened. You can't always believe what you see is about magic. I don't care for magic. If I'm being completely honest, I just don't care for magic under any circumstances. Never have, never will. And it's very, I don't know if it's middle grade-y instead of YA, but it's definitely around there. Next I have, I don't know what got on it. It's disgustingly dirty. Dear Enemy by Kristen Callahan. This is actually really good. I would keep it, but you can only read it once. You can only read it one time. It is very erotic, though, just so you guys are aware. It goes back and forth. It has a couple letters between the two, but it's not what I thought it would be. I was really hoping it'd be like in a journal form because it says Dear Enemy, or not a journal form, but a diary form. I thought that'd be cool, but it's not what I thought it was. Next I have Things I know or things I should have known. I'm not 100% sure. By Claire Lasbenick. I might be like way mispronouncing that, but didn't care for it. Chapter didn't get me, so I was like, nah. Besides, I need to make room on my shelves because my boyfriend told me every 3 books that I read, he'll get me a new book. Although I just got myself 3 new books at a garage sale. Next, I have Calendar Girl Volume 1. This is January, February, March by Audrey Carlin. I don't know what it's about. It means... I don't even remember reading it, to be honest with you. I know that it's smutty, but it's not my birth year, so I don't really feel obligated to read the series. Next, this song is Not For You by Laura Nolan. Goes between Ramona, Sam, and Tom. It's a love triangle, but it's not at the same time, if that makes sense. Just didn't grasp my attention. Next, I have Girls on the Side by Carrie Pack. This is just way... I wouldn't even say this is YA. I would say this is more middle grade-y, and I'm not a middle grade person book. So, then I got The Winters by Lisa Gabriel. It was blurbed by Shari LaPena, author of The Couple Next Door, which is awesome, and that's why I picked it up. But I don't like rich people. I guess I'm really picky when it comes to reading, and I didn't realize until I did this challenge, so I apologize, but I don't like rich people. They really piss me off, so I didn't want to read it anymore. Heather the Totality by Matthew Weiner. I'm not going to say why I don't want to read this. It's very short. I picked it up at Dollar Tree, but yeah, we're just going to go on. Venus Envy by Shannon McKeldin. My boyfriend picked this up. He thought I would like it, and it's very artsy, and I'm not a very artsy person. So, yeah, it talks about a lot of, like, artists that I don't know. I don't recognize the names or anything like that. 12 Men for Christmas by Philippa Ashley. Just no. No, and no. Oh my gosh. She goes out with 12 different men and fornicates with 12 different men in 12 days before Christmas. What? Ew, no. Who Is He to You by Monique D. Mensa. This one just really screwed up my mental health, and I couldn't go on with it. It also deals with another child being inappropriately with a older person. I'm not sure if it was a family member or if it was a teacher or something like that. But regardless, someone that you look up to that oversteps the boundaries. Then I have How Lucky by Will Leach. I don't know. It's about a guy that sits in his house. It's literally like The Woman in the Window. And this guy literally sits in his house and watches all these people like all day, every day, which is kind of stalkerish in my personal opinion. And then one of the people that he's watching gets kidnapped. And he knows everything going on but won't say anything. And is working with the kidnapper, I believe. And I'm just not here for it. Then I have these couple mass paperbacks. I also have, is it 3 books that you took? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 other books that were mass market paperbacks as well, but I'm not going to have her go get them. There's like 45 books we're getting rid of, you guys. How crazy is that? No, you're good. Next I have Alyssa Cole's When No One Is Watching, a thriller. I don't know what this one was like, and it just didn't grab my attention, but I feel like maybe I need to read more of it. Maybe, possibly. You didn't see that. Next, I have The Thrill of It All by by Christy Ridgway. Just nothing I'm going to read. My boyfriend picked this one up. Luke's Promise by Eileen Wilkes. The Desire. Tall, dark, and eligible. Don't care for billionaires. Then I picked up Lisa Kleypa's Sugar Daddy, thinking that I was going to enjoy it when I was in my Sugar Daddy phase. Never picked the book up, and it's actually really disturbing. And the last one I have is Protecting Her Own by Margaret Daly. This is a larger print from Love Inspired Suspense, Riveting Inspirational Romance. I don't care for romance, you guys. Alright, so that is all of the books that I have. The only two that I'm going to put back on my shelves are these two right here, so that's pretty good. That's still 43 books gone off my shelves. I mean, I'm going to pat myself on the back for that because that was very difficult to do. I have a really hard time with getting rid of books, and to have 43 books gone off my shelves, that's pretty freaking fascinating. So if there are any books that I'm getting rid of that you guys want, you have 24 hours to notify me. I have my Facebook on here, I have my Instagram on here, and I have my Snapchat on here as well. Message me on one of those, let me know, send me your address, and I will send them to you probably Friday. So 24 hours from this point on to let me know. They'll be sitting basically in a corner of my apartment until I get told. And if nobody wants them in 24 hours, they're just going to probably get donated to a couple of the thrift stores around town. And also, some of them are going to go to, like, the ones that I think people would actually enjoy that aren't, like, erotic or just the father-daughter situations or things like that, or the date rape drugs. Those ones are going to probably get donated for profit. I don't know. They might get thrown away. I couldn't tell you. I don't know who likes to read that kind of stuff. That's kind of disturbing. And for authors to actually do things like that, I mean, I get that it happens, but let's just let it happen instead of glorifying it and making a profit off of it. You know what I mean? But otherwise, these are going to probably go into the free libraries around town if nobody wants them. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!